Denver, if you still have that mail ballot sitting on the counter at home, there are some deep-pocketed people and groups spending a lot of money to convince you to pick up that ballot and vote it their way. Our Marshall Zellinger is following the money.
I'll look for really big contributions, partly because that can change the nature of the election.
If you follow the money, like MSU Denver political science professor Robert Preuss, it can help you understand who or what wants you to vote a certain way. Take, for example, Denver ballot issue 310, which asks voters to keep a ban on the sale of flavored tobacco. Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg has contributed $2.7 million to keep the ban in place. He has a history of supporting ballot issues limiting access to tobacco products, while tobacco companies like Philip Morris and Altria have contributed $75,000 each.
You have one person who's very concerned about the health effects, another industry that's concerned about their profits. So those things align as you might expect.
The Denver bond issues have $1.4 million in support and just $7,000 from a group in opposition. In favor of the bonds, you'll notice $50,000 contributions from the Museum of Nature and Science, the Denver Zoo, the DCPA, Denver Art Museum, and Botanic Gardens. Each of those entities would benefit from the bond passing, and each of those entities get a portion of their funding from a special 7-county sales tax. And each of those entities said in statements today that the money contributed to the vibrant bond ballot issues are not from those tax dollars, but from earned revenue like admission or concessions.
What is the alternative, right? To not allow any entity that might receive either direct or indirect or down the line taxpayer dollars from expressing their views on campaigns. And that's simply almost impossible to do.
If the bonds pass, there will be new construction in the city. The two biggest contributors in support of the bonds are Jacobs Engineering and a General Contractors Association. A spokesman for the Vibrant Denver campaign said, "The city has a competitive bid process that selects contractors for projects such as these. If a company like Jacobs wants to work on one of these projects, they would have to submit a bid and go through that competitive process." Where you look for campaign finance reports depends on the type of race. The city issues, well, the city of Denver at least has a site called Searchlight, fairly easy to use. A state race like the governor's race coming up, you have to go to the Secretary of State's Tracer website, which still in the year 2025 has no back function. So if you start to look at some of the reports and you want to go back to do another search, it errors on you. So good luck with Tracer.
Yeah. So based on what you're seeing, there's nothing that's like obviously running afoul of campaign finance laws. These are people who have an interest in this, and
Sure.
They have found a way to support the position that they favor.
Right. And in the city-based groups, there are funds that you can, private funds that you can use to contribute to campaigns, and you have a business, and I guess that last statement makes a point, like a business can contribute all it wants to a person or to a cause, but if it thinks it's going to get a job out of it in the end, you still have to go up against other people and see who gets the awards the contract, and I'm sure there are people out there who be like, of course they're going to get the contract if they gave that much money.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can watch that process too. Marshall Zellinger, thank you very much.